everyone.
Good morning, sir.
NEP 2020, as sir discussed, almost maximum things are discussed. Very nice manner. I will focus on some points. Since topic itself, we will just see that some points in different ways. So, whatever the policy government has created, these policies based on education. So, I want to know what is the aim of education. Government has a special focus on education. Then what is the aim?
All-round development of a child, physically, holistic development.
21st century skill.
So 21st
Century skill.
earlier also. So far government, how many policies have created so far? In India, after the independence, how many policies have been created? 3. First was
No.
1986, 1992, 92, then 20.
68, 86 and 92.
first was in 1968
68.
68.
based on Kothari Commission,
Yes. Then
and then 1986.
86.
After that, after some rectification and some another things included, then in 92 came.
Yes. It was the same one that was implemented after certain modifications.
Same. Actually, as the time passed, we need some rectification, some modification as the demand of the time. Then government time to time change. So, aim of education is never ending journey. The aim of education of its primary goal is to promote a child's holistic development. Overall development should be there for a kid. Time to time, as we have seen earlier days when we were studying, that was another time. Rote learning, in other way, traditional way we are going. But nowadays, it has a very vast change. So as the child grows, the result of education are visible in the form of better and more prosperous life. जैसे स्टूडेंट को बढ़ता है तो उसको हम लोग अलग तरीकों से लाइफ में चेंजिंग को देखते हैं. Education where needs as the growth of age, some special things be required. So this is mainly because education empowers people, mindful of their liberties and obligation in a societal structure. सोसाइटी में वो किस तरह से अपने आप को एडजस्ट करें, इसके लिए एजुकेशन में कुछ ऐसी चीजों को डाला जाता है जिससे कि बच्चा उसको समझ करके आगे चल सके. It is a process that equips the learner with cognitive ability, physical growth, moral and positive ideas. The main aim of education is how the student have the cognitive ability, motor sense, physical health. In education, we just see a scholastic part where the subject goes. We give the knowledge, book is. Other hand, co-scholastic part also goes. So, if our education system is very good, very well prepared, that affects the growth of child, that affects the future of the people and the child. It also aims to achieve the required aims at large scale for a vast countrymen. A country needs a specific education policy. So we get a vast goal or aim. Everyone must have a policy, and that policy is very crucial for education. That's why time to time government has tried to give the best policy forever. So we have so far three policies. First, National Educational Policy. Second, National Educational Policy 1986, that was modified form was introduced in 1992. Actually, this was the same, but some modification was there for a special category of the countrymen. And latest is 2020. So we see what was the things in NEP 1968. Actually, that time, before that there was no policy. When the India got freedom, the education was going on. But for the sake of culture of India, we did not have any specific plan for our kids and for our citizens, for our students. So that time, one commission was created, that was Kothari Commission. That time, the existing government, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, announced the first national policy on education in 1968. And that time it was called radical restructuring. Means that time that policy was best for the students at the demand of that time. And proposed equal education opportunity in order to achieve national integration. उस समय भी डिमांड थी कि ऐसा एजुकेशनल पॉलिसी लगाए जिससे कि नेशन इंटीग्रेट हो सके। उसमें बहुत कुछ इस तरह से एजुकेशन को बांधा गया कि ऐसी पढ़ाई पढ़ाई जाए, क्योंकि उस समय हमारा कंट्री कुछ दिन पहले ही फ्रीडम मिला था उसे, तो जाहिर है कि उस तरह के हम इफेक्ट में थे कि कैसी हमें एजुकेशन मिल रही थी जिससे कि हम कोई भी कंट्री पर आकर के इजीली हमें कब्जा कर लेता। तो ऐसा पॉलिसी बनाई गई कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स पढ़े उसे और अपने इंटीग्रेशन के बारे में सोचे, अपने देश के बारे में सोचे। तो उस समय जैसी डिमांड थी, द पॉलिसी वाज क्रिएटेड फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स। दैट पॉलिसी सजेस्टेड द प्रोविजन ऑफ कंपल्सरी एजुकेशन टू चिल्ड्रन इन अप टू 6 to 14 years एज ग्रुप as proposed in Indian Constitution also. उसी समय 6 से 14 वर्ष के बच्चों के लिए कंपल्सरी एजुकेशन लगाया गया। It also recommended the regional languages must be encouraged for being used in secondary level. उस समय के हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में डाला गया कि रीजनल लैंग्वेज को भी हमें ये देना है।
सर ये सेकेंडरी लेवल पर था या प्राइमरी लेवल?
नहीं, 1968 में था। हमारे जो रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस थे, हम कभी भी प्राइमरी लेवल पर नहीं पढ़े। प्राइमरी लेवल से तो अब शुरू हो रहा है, नीचे से अब शुरू हो रहा है। फर्स्ट में जो 1968 वाला है उसमें सेकेंडरी लेवल से ही लगा है। जैसे अभी भी आप देखिए, अभी भी हमारा जो कंसेप्ट है वो 10th के बाद ही हम सब्जेक्ट चेंज कर पाते हैं। 10th तक तो हमारा रटा रटा ही है। 1968 में ये कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन ये करके एनईपी 1968 को क्रिएट किया। एज टाइम पास्ड, some more needs created. Then 1986 पॉलिसी came after 18 years. In 1986, the government led by Rajiv Gandhi introduced a new education policy on education. The new policy called for a special emphasis on the removal of disparities and to equalize education opportunity, especially for Indian women, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. ये जो कैटेगरीज थी, खास करके एससी एंड एसटी, ये उस समय भी एजुकेशन से बहुत दूर थी, तो इसे भी इसमें कंपलसरी डाल दिया गया कि इनके ऊपर विशेष ध्यान दिया जाए कि ये कैसे एडुकेट हो सके। तो ये 1986 में इसको डाला गया और खास करके एम्पावरिंग द वुमन। And also, it is provided to all without any discrimination or social demarcation and so on. इसमें था कि नहीं, इसको ऐसा नहीं है कि वो दूसरी कैटेगरी से है या कास्ट से है, उसको एजुकेशन नहीं देगी। पहले हमारे यहाँ कुछ सिस्टम था इंडिया में कि सभी को एजुकेशन का राइट नहीं था। हम अपने रामायण महाभारत के किताबों में भी पढ़ते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं डिस्क्रिमिनेशन बहुत ज्यादा था और वह सोसाइटी पर इफेक्ट डालता गया। धीरे धीरे इसको गवर्नमेंट ने फील किया कि क्यों न इसको ऐसा कानून की तरह बनाए कि इन्हें भी अधिकार मिले। तो इसलिए इसमें 1986 में एससी एसटी एंड स्पेशली वुमेन को पढ़ने का अधिकार नहीं था। पढ़ सकती थी, गार्जियन पढ़ाते थे, लेकिन उनका राइट नहीं था कि वो पढ़ाई देंगे। कितनों पॉलिसी ये लग गई हो, लेकिन मैंने अपने एरिया में देखा है कि आज से 20-25 साल पहले भी लड़कियां पढ़ती बहुत कम थी और अभी तो उनको राइट है। और जब इनको लाइट दिया गया कि इंडियन वुमन पर विशेष तरह के पैकेज डाले गए, उनको तरह तरह की सुविधाएं दी गई, कुछ गवर्नमेंट ने उनके लिए बाइसिकल बांटा, कुछ तरह तरह के जब गवर्नमेंट ने लाया उनके लिए, और गार्डियंस पेरेंट्स के बीच में वो अवेयरनेस डाली जिनको पढ़ाना जरूरी है। और आज देखिए इफेक्ट कितना है। आज हम किसी भी दूसरे कंट्री में खड़े हो सकते हैं उनके बराबर, और शायद मुझे लगता है कि अभी हम इंडियन उनसे कहीं ज्यादा हो चुके हैं। और अगर हमारे यहाँ 200 से मोर कंट्रीज हैं, एसएसटी वाले सर जानते हैं टोटल कंट्रीज वर्ल्ड में, तो मुझे लगता है कि एजुकेशन के मामले में हम लोग अंडर 10 के अंदर ही होने चाहिए। सबको मिला करके इतनी ज्यादा हम लोग तेजी से बढ़ रहे हैं। सबके घर में 3 साल 4 साल का बच्चा जब भी शुरू हो रहा है, चाहे वो गर्ल चाइल्ड हो या बॉय चाइल्ड हो, एजुकेशन तो सबसे पहले। तो ये आज असर
Now I ask one question regarding to women education. When Chandrayaan 3 dropped on the moon, why Prime Minister name is Shiv Shakti?
शिव शक्ति।
What is the reason behind it? He should name another given, but why he is named Shiv Shakti? What is the reason behind it?
I need from your side also. You reply also. It's a very good question. Why is named as Shiv Shakti point?
Shiv
Shakti
is
point.
considered he is the god of whole universe, and in this mission there are several women are introduced in ISRO, and on the respect of women it gives the name Shiva Shakti is the power, and this is the power of woman, and Shakti is considered the woman. That is why it gives the name.
The point, thank you sir. The point where Chandrayaan 3 landed, that point is named as Shiv Shakti point. So Indian government given that point in this way, that will be empowered to woman. Yes sir. And that time it reorganized education program and school curriculum. Every early childhood care and education education means actually ECCE. ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education. This came in 1986 education policy itself. हम लोग अभी भी बहुत सारे देखे हैं स्कूल्स में कि ECCE का मीनिंग नहीं जानते हो, लेकिन ये 1986 में ही आ गया था. ECCE, Free and Compulsory School Subjects Given Importance. It also introduced Open University and Distance Education. ये 1986 के दिन है कि गवर्नमेंट ने फील्ड किया कि बहुत ऐसे लोग हैं जो सर्विस में वर्क करते हैं, सर्विस में हैं, और एजुकेशन उनकी छूट गई है, बट दे वांट्स टू कंटिन्यू देयर स्टडी. So Open University and Distance Education has been set up there. And also I have taken one degree from Open University. So that was the opportunity for me. So in this way, so many got the opportunity in pursuing the job, and they have taken the degree also.
Sir, not all the degrees can be taken from distance. No?
Not all. Some degree needs their presence. So at a time we can't do all, but maximum degree can be taken, and that is helpful for us. Some priorities of NEP 1986: minority education, women education, reducing child dropouts. That time also there was a provision. Students, they got dropouts due to so many things like girls. They did not continue their study. Why? Some problems may be there, some barriers may be there. So that government failed and then tried to reduce child dropout. Adult education also. Adult education. ऐसे भी हो गए जो 25 साल, 30 साल, 40 साल के हो गए, उसके बाद भी उनको एक एजुकेशन दिया जाने लगा, कभी इवनिंग में या कहीं उनके लिए व्यवस्था की जाने लगी कि आप कुछ पढ़ सकते हैं. कुछ इलिटरेट पर्सन थे, उनके लिए भी इवनिंग में या कभी स्पेशल क्लास चलाने लगे.
Concept of night school, sir.
हाँ, नाइट स्कूल्स. ऐसा गवर्नमेंट ने प्रोविजन डाला. एंड वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग एंड मोर ऑफ. These were the provision in 1986. NEP. So difference between NEP 1968 and 1986. So here, the foremost policy that was formulated in 1968 laid emphasis on compulsory education for the age of 6 to 14 group. And here, the major focus of second NEP was to overcome the disparity between diverse social groups like minority, SC, ST and women. That was focus on this, and here the focus was how to take the students will take the education of 6 to 14 age. So these were the main points. Now 1992.
Regarding vocational training in 1968, I want to point out some points.
Yes.
When I passed in our school, when I passed in 1982, in our school, I worked on how to prepare duster, how to prepare chalk, and how to prepare phenyl. We know all these things, how to prepare them. If any students can interested in any other things, they can use yourself. They can make their profit in different field. They can make also phenyl. They can prepare also chalk, and with the taking, they can earn their monies. And another thing also, I see in our other school, in government school, they used to prepare cloths. There is a handloom is there, and the teacher teaches them how to prepare cloths. So in these things are present at that time when in 1968 in the government school. This type of college trainings are given to the students.
That time the vocational training was introduced. Also we have learned in class 10, 9, 10. There was in syllabus ACUPW.
And there is a 100 mark question.
ACUPW.
1 minute, sir. Break. Break means we will go on. that all will stand and 2 minutes mauन we will observe now on the occasion of Shahid Divas. And as per the government guidelines, I got the message now, and we have to send to CCL headquarters as well as to CBSE. So all of you stand, please. You will, madam, take last here, then 1, 2. And to give strength to the soul of our Father of Nation, so we will observe 2 minutes mauन, and it will start now, and 2 minutes mauन, and after we will finish. So let us start. Close the eyes.
So, in 1992, some modification were made by the government, and that modification was called as Program of Action, POA 1992. That was not completely changed. Actually, existing education policy was continued, but some modification were changed as a demand of time. But again, a special emphasis was given to women's education. That important features of that policy, consolidation and expansion of institution. गवर्नमेंट ने सोचा कि इंस्टीट्यूशन जितने भी हैं उनको अधिक से अधिक उसमें बनाया जाए, और कुछ ऐसे भी इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं जिनको कि कंसोलिडेट किया जाए, जो पूरी तरह से अगर मान्यता प्राप्त नहीं होंगे उनको दिया जाए, और मैक्सिमम इंस्टीट्यूशंस होंगे तो वहाँ एजुकेशन भी होगी और स्टूडेंट भी पढ़ पाएंगे। क्या है कि कॉलेजेस या इंस्टीट्यूशन कम रहने पर वैसे भी एडमिशन नहीं ले पाते थे, तो वहाँ कंसोलिडेशन एंड एक्सपेंशन किया गया। डेवलपमेंट्स ऑफ ऑटोनोमस कॉलेजेस एंड डिपार्टमेंट्स, दैट टाइम इट वाज गिवन द पॉइंट्स to just autonomous colleges and departments should be created. Redesigning courses, again that time courses were changed. Some syllabus time to time it has changed, but some that time in NEP it was redesigned. Training of teachers, that point introduced in 1992. A teacher should be trained. That time created, and then concept of B.Ed and other things came rapidly. Improvement of efficiency and creation of a structure for cooperation at the state and national level and so on. गवर्नमेंट ने इस तरह से कुछ प्रोविजन किया ये स्टेट एजुकेशन और नेशनल एजुकेशन में कोई कॉपरेशन हो सके. दे शुड वर्क ईच अदर फॉर द सेक ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. That time actually traditional teaching learning we are going, and traditional teaching learning we know teacher centered, focus on expertise of the teacher to pass knowledge to the learners. The teachers only pass the knowledge to the learner. What they learn they do not care. So there is no use of and no beneficial of that education system. And a student-centered policy. And then it came, we should have such type of policy that should be centered on students. The keeping the view of betterment of the students, the policy should be made. And then, and student center, we all know, we have got so many webinars, seminars, student center policy and student center education. A student centered policy allows for a dynamic classroom product. The focus is on the students, their cognitive ability and interest. We know already. And sir has also discussed in classroom what is the way of teaching so that the students get in better way. See, here a student is studying. There is no one is to help him, but he is just observing the things and trying to understand. That is also we can say learning by doing. He is trying to understand by taking the just mathematical or any subject learning materials.
Chemistry.
That is chemistry.
Chemistry. So he is trying to understand. When he keeps in mind, he will never forget. So that things government tried to give the students so that the policy should be on a student center. One more, they are learning something.
Lebe method.
We learn best way when we touch something. हम लोग पहले भी बीएड में भी पढ़े हैं, जब हम किसी चीज को सुनते हैं तो 20 to 30% ही याद रहता है, जब देखते हैं तो 50% तक चला जाता है, और देखते और सुनते दोनों हैं 70% तक जाता है. लेकिन when we see, do by themselves, watch carefully, then the outcomes goes up to 90%. And that also sustains in our mind forever. Like movie हम लोग देखें या साथ में डांस करें तो हमेशा याद रहता है. हम लोग अभी भी याद है 20-30 साल पहले की मूवी, कुछ क्लिप्स अभी तक याद है. So that is the best way to do and learn by doing. And now all of these things, 1968 perhaps there will not be useful. Then 1986 came. 1986 came also, modification came in 1992. again government failed. There may be some problem in just giving and focusing the betterment of the students, and then government tried to implement, tried to bring such type of education policy so that it can fulfill the demand of 21st century. And in 21st century is the very advanced century. Small kids, day after before yesterday, day after yesterday, I was on a function. One girl, I think she was 3 to 4 years old.
Yes.
3 to 4 years old. Oh, just in Ramgarh. She has taken one mobile from her mother. I was sitting just beside, and she has taken one mobile, and she was taking deliberately photos. वो ले रही है किसका? तिलक चढ़ रहा है. रामगढ़ सांडी एक प्लेस है. तिलक चढ़ रहा है और वो लड़की फटाफट ले रही है और हम सभी उसको देख रहे हैं. और हमने तो मोबाइल तब देखा है ना जब हमारी एज 25 प्लस हो गई हो, और 3 इयर्स मेरी लड़की जानती है कैसे फोटो लिया जाता है. अगर हम उसको फिर फोटो लेना सिखाएंगे तो उसके लिए बेकार है. तो इसलिए मॉडिफिकेशन के साथ गवर्नमेंट ने सोचा कि ऐसा पॉलिसी लाई जाए जो कि उससे भी एडवांस उसको शिक्षा दी जा सके. देन इन 2017 Ministry of Human Resource Development Department, Human Resource Development, formed a committee in 2017. That committee, which was headed by Dr. K. Kasturirangan, for preparing the national education policy. Our existing government just gave the responsibility to this committee to prepare such a national policy on education which fulfill the demands of this century. And that committee submitted its report on May 31st, 2019. And government just 2 months after, 1 year after, on July 29, 2020, Union Cabinet approved it. And then this policy came into existence. So, what was its focus? NEP 2020, basically it is focused on quality education with the demand of this era. And quality education, design a vision and framework. इनका विजन बहुत बड़ा है. इनका विजन ऐसा है कि don't try to be employee, try to be employer. इतना बड़ा विजन है कि आप नौकरी के पीछे न जाएं, नौकरी दें किसी को. अब इस विजन के लिए इनका पॉलिसी ये है. लेकिन अगर ये जो फर्स्ट आपका एग्जामिनेशन होगा 2026 में 9 का 2026 तक ये पॉलिसी चलती रहे. 2026 के बाद टोटली ये खत्म हो जाएगी पीछे वाली पॉलिसी. इसके बाद पूरी तरह से आ जाएगा आपका 2020. कहीं भी कोई इफ बट नहीं होगा कि पीछे वाले का क्या करे या सारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम, सारा पढ़ाई का सिस्टम सब चेंज. इस पॉलिसी का विजन बहुत बड़ा है और विजन के लिए हमारे पास रिसोर्सेस अभी बहुत जगह नहीं है. अब गवर्नमेंट इन 2 साल में कैसे कंप्लीट करेगी, गवर्नमेंट का आउटलुक है. हमें तो बस एडहेयर करना है. गवर्नमेंट हमें जो देगी उससे हमें बेस्ट करके देना है. सो स्कूल एजुकेशन एंड हायर एजुकेशन, स्कूल अप टू 12 एंड देन आफ्टर हायर, इसी पर इसका फोकस है. किस तरह से इनमें क्वालिटी एजुकेशन को दे सके. Then what is its vision and how it goes? Reduce curriculum content in each subject. बोरिंग चैप्टर, बोरिंग पोर्शन हटाओ, उसकी जगह पर इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक को ला दो. so that students can take the skill. अगर मेरे पास 10 चैप्टर हैं तो उसको पढ़ने से अच्छा है कि 5 पढ़ें और 5 को प्रैक्टिकल करें, उसी को प्रैक्टिकली भी करके देखें। टाइम तो हमारा उतना ही लगेगा, लेकिन इसमें प्रैक्टिकली भी कर सकते हैं। दैट विल डेवलप आवर स्किल। सो सर ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, learning should be based on critical thinking, inquiry based, discussion based, discovery based, analysis based. Government trying to implement in this way, every child think critically. हम लोग पढ़ा देते हैं, मैं भी आप भी पढ़ा दिए चले गए, चाइल्ड को हम लोग क्रिटिकली थिंकिंग करने नहीं देते, क्योंकि सिलेबस ही ज्यादा होगा तो फिर हम उसको खत्म करने में ही रह जाए। चाइल्ड इस टॉपिक पर सोच नहीं पाता है, साइंस ही है, मैथ ही है, या कोई लैंग्वेज का ही चैप्टर है, अगर कुछ उसमें ऐसी बातें आ गई तो फिर वो सोच नहीं पाएगा। बस उसको कहना है कि बस चैप्टर फिनिश, एक बार रीडिंग मारे, फिर क्वेश्चन से याद कर लेंगे। ये भी तरीका वो पुरानी पॉलिसी ही है, और इस तरह से हमारे माइंड में बैठा है कि हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ये कर लेंगे तो मार्क्स तो आ जाएंगे, और मार्क्स आते भी हैं। लेकिन अभी हम ये नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं कि ये मार्क्स आ तो रहे हैं अभी, लेकिन इसका जो समय हमने बर्बाद किया, इंप्लीमेंट कब करें, और इंप्लीमेंट करते समय हम पीछे हो जाते। एक स्टूडेंट था, आज से लगभग 10 साल 12 साल पहले, उसकी माँ हमेशा परेशान रहती थी, वो कभी भी आंसर पूरा लिखता ही नहीं था, कभी भी याद नहीं करता था वो आंसर। अभी भी वो देवेश नाम का एक बच्चा है, अभी भी है मुंबई में, वह कभी भी आंसर याद ही नहीं करता। और आप जानते होंगे कि वो एक ऐसी सोसाइटी से आता था जहाँ के आसपास इतनी कंपटीशन होती है कि उनका बच्चा अच्छा कर रहा है तो मेरा बच्चा अच्छा क्यों नहीं। 98-99% वाले मार्केट चल रही थी, उनका बच्चा 70% लाता था, 60% लाता। फाइनली क्या हुआ, मैट्रिक में ही बच्चा 82% ले आया, और उसके दोस्त साथी सब 97-96% पर आ गए। लेकिन जब IIT की एग्जामिनेशन का तैयारी करने गया, बच्चा 1 साल में ही अंडर 100 के पोजीशन पर आ गया। सारा आंसर वो खुद अपने से बनाता था शुरू से, वो टीचर की याद नहीं करता। और आज इंजीनियर है, IITian है। बाकी तो 77% वाले भी होंगे, लेकिन वह बच्चा जो खुद करता था आज बहुत अच्छे प्लेस पर। तो क्रिटिकली वो सोचता था, बस उसको होता था कि नहीं ये पूरा का पूरा आंसर नहीं आया, 95 नहीं आया, 98 नहीं आया, तो गार्जियन को प्रेशर पड़ता था, क्योंकि सोसाइटी में भी उनको रहना है, मेरा बेटा तो अच्छा कर रहा है, आपका बेटा खराब कर रहा है, ये फर्क पड़ता है। इंक्वायरी बेस्ड स्टूडेंट्स शुड आस्क, we should help the students, we should create in such questions in such a way that students should be able to ask us how it happens, what is the answer of this question. They should discuss with them, with the benchmate, classmate, schoolmate. They can discuss how the answer should be given. And experiential learning, that is the best way. This experiential learning means we learn with doing, we learn by playing. हम सीख भी रहे हैं, लेकिन हम खुद करके सीख रहे हैं। That is the experiential. अगर हम बोलते हैं कि बैठे हुए हैं, कोई प्लेयर खेल रहा है, हमें भी मन में आता है कि एक बॉल जाएंगे मार देंगे 6 चला जाएगा, वो तो मार ही नहीं पा रहा है, लेकिन जो मार के देख रहा है वही मार पाएगा, हम लोग से नहीं लगेगा। कोई भी बिना एक्सपीरियंस किए नहीं। हम लोग इसमें बहुत सारा ये भी किए हैं, वेबिनार किए हैं CBSE का, उसमें बहुत कुछ दिखाया जाता है कि अगर एक बॉल है, उसको बताना है शेप कैसा है, तो उसको बच्चे को भी दे देना है हाथ में, बच्चा आज लेगा तो बता पाएगा कि हाँ इसका इस शेप होता है।
स्फेरिकल शेप को एज एन एग्जांपल बॉल से हम लोग बता सकते हैं।
हाँ, तो उसको जब तक देंगे तो बहुत कुछ चीजों को देखेगा। जैसे एक बच्चा वो देख रहा था, उसमें वो अपना क्या दिमाग लगा रहा था, जब वो देखेगा केमिस्ट्री का जो था वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट था कुछ, उसमें बच्चा तो कुछ ना कुछ सोच रहा होगा, कितने तरीकों से सोच रहा होगा हमें नहीं पता, लेकिन हम अपना जब ध्यान से दिखा देंगे वो देखेगा बस भूल जाएगा। Experiential learning, it includes the following pedagogical approach: arts integrated education, sports integrated education, and storytelling based education.
Sir, for all these we will be needing the better infrastructure as well. Like अगर केमिस्ट्री का जैसे बात हो रहा है तो FCC लैटिस और बॉडी सेंटर्ड लैटिस के लिए हमारे स्कूल के केमिस्ट्री लैब में इसके मॉडल्स थे वहाँ पर, एंड वो तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें तो हम लोग को भी चाहिए होंगी ना, ये सब एज वगैरह।
एक्चुअली जब ये कॉन्सेप्ट आया है गवर्नमेंट का, एनईपी का, तो धीरे धीरे गवर्नमेंट भी समझ रही है कि अभी इसमें समय लगेगा। गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में तो नहीं, हम लोग तो फार बेटर हैं, हमारे पब्लिक स्कूल्स में तो बहुत कुछ है। अब ये कंप्यूटर का पूरा ये भरा हुआ है पूरा सेट। गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में तो एक दो कंप्यूटर भी होंगे नहीं, होंगे भी तो इतने से काम चलते होंगे, लेकिन स्लोली सो मेनी थिंग्स विल कम।
आईसीटी के साथ साथ धीरे धीरे 3D मॉडलिंग आ जाएगा, सारा चीज
आ जाएगा।
मॉडलिंग आ जाएगा तो बच्चा लोग
जैसे
समझ
कि स्मार्ट
जाएगा।
क्लासेस में क्या करना, हमें खुद ही ला लेना है, अपना खुद पीपीटी या अपना खुद ऐसा वीडियो लाना है जो बच्चे देखकर सीख लेंगे। हम जो क्लास में उनको बोलते हैं कि देखो दिस इज स्फीयर, दिस इज क्यूबॉइड सिलेंडर, अगर वो यहाँ पर देखे और वो रोटेट करे 3D में तो इजीली वो समझ जाएगा कि हाउ मेनी फेसेस, हाउ मेनी एज एंड हाउ मेनी वर्टिसेस आर देयर। वो एक्सपीरियंसेस लर्निंग। गवर्नमेंट तो बहुत कुछ कर रही है, उस पर समय लगेगा। नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू एनईपी, ऑलरेडी सर हैज शोन दिस एंड डिस्कस्ड इन वेरी बेटर वेज। अर्लियर प्रीवियस एकेडमिक स्ट्रक्चर 10+2 system, age 6 to 16 up to 10 and then 16 18 11 12. So here 10 and here 2, 10+2, and there nothing. Means there is no concept of KG classes, primary classes, nursery classes and pre-primary classes. Earlier there was no any concept, but there this policy has started from here and focused on this foundational course, 5 years foundational course. इस 5 years में बच्चे का फाउंडेशन को हमें बनाना है। हमारे स्कूल में अभी EDP चलता है। EDP का कंसेप्ट बहुत बढ़िया है, अभी मैं दिखाऊंगा इसमें। EDP का कंसेप्ट बहुत बढ़िया है और क्यों इसको लाया गया और किसने लाया। आप जानते हैं EDP का कंसेप्ट सबसे पहले किसने यूज किया? EDP आया कहां से और EDP का फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? EDP आया कहां से? EDP लाने वाला हमारा DAV इंस्टीट्यूशन। DAV इंस्टीट्यूशन ने EDP को 1992 में इंट्रोड्यूस किया अपने स्कूल्स में, जहां नर्सरी चलते हैं। नर्सरी से 2 तक के लिए DAV इंस्टीट्यूशन ने EEDP लगाया और EDP का कंसेप्ट इतना वास्ट है, जैसे ECCE है अर्ली चाइल्डहुड केयर एजुकेशन, उसी तरह से EEDP भी है, अर्ली एजुकेशन डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम। आप देखिए कहीं डिफरेंस नहीं है, ECCE और EEDP एक ही चीज है। पहले से ECCE चल रहा है, DAV इंस्टीट्यूशन ने कुछ इसमें अलग तरह से अपना सिलेबस बनाया और EEDP लगा दिया। ये 1992 से इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ DAV इंस्टीट्यूशन में और सब जगह नहीं था, बड़े बड़े स्कूल्स में दिल्ली और में ये चलता है और फाइनली DAV CMC ने सारे स्कूल्स में चला है, बहुत स्कूल्स में नहीं भी चलते होंगे। सेकंड स्टेज इज प्रिपरेटरी, जस्ट यू हैव सीन दिस वन, you see here. School education structure 5+3+3+1 pattern will be followed as discussed foundational stage, 3 years preschool. In this 3 years preschool, nursery, LKG, UKG, ये 3 years है and 2 years class 1 and 2, दोनों का सिलेबस अंतर है, दोनों में पढ़ाना अलग अलग है, दोनों स्टेज में, इसमें कुछ नहीं पढ़ा। नर्सरी एलकेजी यूकेजी में बच्चे को हाउ टू वॉश हैंड्स, हाउ टू वॉक, हाउ टू टॉक, हाउ टू सिट, हाउ टू वियर क्लोथ, ये सब बातें प्रमुखता से बतानी है। पढ़ाई शुरू होती है थोड़ी बहुत वहां से। इसमें बच्चे को राइमिंग पार्ट है, राइमिंग में ही बहुत कुछ हम पोएम्स बोलना, हिंदी इंग्लिश कुछ
So let us join with this session that NEP 2020 there is a 21st century skill. So now we will discuss what is 21st century skill under NEP 2020. Let us discuss.
Smart
That,
class.
I don't know actually what I want to know from you all. 21st century skill under NEP 2020. What is this?
First of all,
So without pressure education.
working on robotics,
Artificial intelligence.
augmented
Yes.
learning.
Any other?
Sir, without pressure education.
Digital devices usual.
Sir,
Digital
without
devices.
pressure
Any
education.
other?
Augmenting devices.
21st century skill, it covers everything. What are those? Rohit sir, please.
Digital education.
Based on the 21st century, all the women's education systems should be application based, skill based, completely on the digital technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science,
Yes.
all this.
Everything.
Coding.
Sir, who can say coding? Who can say 360-degree holistic progress card?
Yes.
What is that? 360-degree holistic report card. What does it mean?
Sir, it covers all the perspectives of the development, like including it is like social, moral, emotional, intellectual, academic, co-curricular, extracurricular, and so on.
In the report card, everything would be reflected. Everything, academic, including academic, in all the means skills of the students. It's students' health. We have to maintain the students' health from the beginning. That what is the health issue of a child? The class teacher is held responsible to maintain the health card of the student. That would be reflected in the report card. All-round development, it is coming under that also. Then after 6 months, what is the progress of that child? Whether the child is improving in health or not, or decreasing in health, we have to consult the parent, we have to call the doctor, we have to organize here the health seminar,
Health.
understand, or health camp in the school, regular health checkup, means the minimum things. For issue like any such type of disease, then we have to consult the parents, and that is the parents lookout. But we have to monitor the thing that students should get benefit in this way. There should be triangular relationship, school, parent, and teachers in this way, so that there is a progress. Otherwise, there is the problem from different. That is why it is called 360-degree holistic report card. Health is there. Then social skills. Whether the child is very sociable, they are at home, they are in the school campus, with the peer group, that we have to judge. Social skill is developing or not. The child is very aggressive, the child is under pressure, that he is forced by the student that to do this and that. His skill is now but suppressed by some of the students, and in which the child is now found very aggressive or silent. So the the child, does that child convey the same to his parent or not at home? So in this way, that we have to monitor. And all the skills, not only that academy that is written part, that what we are teaching, and that is through exam we are getting and we are giving the marks, that is reflected on the report card. But other than those, the rest part we have to just maintain the register, and accordingly we have to give the grade, and that will be reflected on the report card. And many things are coming that we don't have 360-degree holistic report card at present. That from the new session we have to make it as per CBSE guidelines and our DAV CMC guidelines. So in other places it is already implemented. We are lacking behind, and that the teacher has to maintain many things that the parents through the report card they will come to know the progress of the child. So that is 360 degrees holistic. That is coming under 21st century skills. Like that, any other skill? What else comes under this? What we have not discussed in this session? Anything?
Regarding the
So mental health.
Application based skills.
Application based skill, yes. Application based. So the students that bookish knowledge, it is there, what they get from the book, they read it, and also we cover the syllabus, that is in one part. But how to apply in their real life situation, one content they learn in the lesson, and how they will implement it. So that is, they should connect that part in the real life situation. Sometimes they should be guided to go to the society. The project, suppose we will give any project, real life situation. Now that suppose in my subject in class 12 there is a lesson, the interview. Interview, there are two stories about the two characters. In English, particularly English core I am telling, that is there. But in a real life situation, suppose there is a improvement of a child, and the child is now going to pursue the course in that media. How one should take the interviews? Suppose a reporter, as a reporter, so how I have to motivate that child to go to the society, take the interview. Suppose one achiever is there in volley, like cricket or in like that. Suppose in this area, under the guidance of the teacher, the child will go. There will be a cameraman, one reporter, and the person concerned. So there will be an interview. So that skill he will learn in the next phase of life. If he is selected or he is grown like a reporter, his career is like that, then how he will just continue his just career. So he will learn this. That is application based. So that he will apply there in the real life situation. Like that in different subject also, that is the physics, like how that it is implemented. In that way, application, we have to apply the same thing in different fields. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
Anything, sir? Can you add anyone, any idea like application based in mathematics? Comment, sir, anything? Mathematics, many things are there, application based. Here they are learning just geometry, mensuration, like that. But how to apply in a real life situation?
You know, sir,
Have you any idea?
this has always been a problem that we all have learned,
Yes.
especially trigonometry.
Trigonometry.
But
Why it
in our life, we
Like,
don't
why
know
it
where
is
to use sine theta, cos
Can
theta.
you cite an example?
No, I
There is a
tried.
use, there's a great use
So applicable mathematics is actually real based problem. So while, as for example, trigonometry, while we are teaching trigonometry or geometry, first we introduce the application of the trigonometry. How invented trigonometry? When I taught in class 10, introduction of trigonometry, first I introduced how the Egyptian mathematician introduced trigonometry and how developed trigonometry in their branch. Okay. In recent past, we example the Radhanath Sikh, the use of trigonometry, how he measured the height of Mount Everest. So this is the applications of trigonometry and why trigonometry developed in the branch of mathematics and why we taught trigonometry. Okay, last year in feed and exhibitions we are showing the application of trigonometry by exhibit. So as for the geometry, last seminar we are talking about the geometry apply in real life. How geometry apply in our real life, how geometry apply in school premises, and what should be the activities on geometry.
So in the school, that how can we implement it and students should understand it in better way?
There is a very good example. The new stage completed. There are the, if it is the rectangular shape stage, and here are the tiles are the in measurement of squares. So how in rectangle shape floor the square tiles fitted and how many tiles fitted. Okay, so first we measure the dimension of the stage and first we measure the dimension of the square
This
tiles.
is coming under the civil engineering. That suppose to construct a room, one can say that engineer can say how many bricks are required, how many rods are
How many
required,
rods?
how everything. They will give in detail. So as per
These are the applications.
Okay. So that is very good. Thank you, thank you, sir, for your just giving that current knowledge to this issue. Particularly because whenever we attend the seminar workshops organized by our DAB, CMC as well as CBSE, and we learn something, then we are able to discuss among ourselves first. Then after the same thing, suppose sir told that the new stage was constructed. So we have to bring the students. We have to give them the idea that can you just measure this stage? How many bricks are used? The length and breadth of the size of the brick is this, and this is the area, length and breadth of the stage. So now you calculate. Give them the tasks in group. They will discuss. They will find out. They will find out definitely solution. Means they will come to the result. If it is not the concrete answer, but they will come to near to that. So that is our outcome. In that way, that is the application. This is the first stage. When they will go to the next higher class, then they will know it. Next phase of life. So in this way, that is the application based. Any other thing? Suppose yes, sir.
Sir, in class 10th, there is a chapter water resources. And suppose I am teaching what are the problem of water scarcity and what are the impact of the water scarcity and how do we face right now in the critical condition right now we are facing a lot of problem regarding water, uses of water. After teaching, we just instruct the student go and find out in primary area. Everyone knows there is a dry zone area. Sometimes we are facing a lot of problems regarding water scarcity. So find out